Man, Shangy's just checked
All
out.
right. So here we are.
Huh?
Live again. Uncle Dust, what is this? Is this the third time that you ended the live in the middle of a stream? Or are we on 2 or 3? I know we're on minimum 2. No, 3.
I think the Sam Hyde. I ended the Sam Hyde one. Right? In the middle of a fucking boxing match, I think. And
it was one like a month or 2 ago.
It's minimum Trace.
Yeah, we're on 3. 3
It's minimum.
Early.
Bare minimum. My bad, guys. My bad. All right, guys. Listen, we had important stuff to take, life stuff, guys. We're here for your entertainment. We love hanging with everybody. Salute everybody. Cheers. Hope everybody forgives the kid. And it is what it is. All right, we're here. We're here. We want you guys to join us.
We're gonna do this one open panel style in a little while. We're just gonna hit at least this Louis J. Gomez video real quick, and then right after that, we'll start popping people on. It's still 11:46. The open panel was not supposed to open up until 12 anyway.
Guys, it got moved up, guys. It got moved up, guys.
I had the Louis J. Gomez fight in the title of the last one, so I had to change the title. I had to make a thumbnail, bro. This entire time I was like sweating bullets trying to like fix fucking titles.
I apologized to Cliff a couple times, guys. Okay, guys. I apologized a couple times, guys.
We lost 2 subscribers on the last stream, by the way.
No shit.
I think. Look, this is why. How much you want to make a bet? This is why right here. People saw this shirt.
You think so?
Saw this shirt, and they were probably like, "Oh,
good.
He's a Trump supporter. I knew it."
Okay.
Like one eye. I always thought he was.
I was gonna say for me, fucking hitting the goddamn end stream button. The goddamn. We don't need these touchy people. We don't need these touchy people. I mean, listen, good riddance. If they, I mean, we want everybody to subscribe and blah blah blah, but it's also like, come on, man. If you don't if you can't deal with that, like, where are we really gonna go?
Right. It's a t-shirt. You know what I mean? And I'm wearing it for fucking parody purposes for the most fucking part anyway. You know what I mean? And
I mean, I like it. I wish it was white and it was wet. I wish I could see those fucking full shaped titties.
Actually, bro, people are so sensitive and weird. I'm actually debating changing it since we're not talking about that anymore.
Don't get all fucking subconscious. Don't get all self-conscious now. I'm wearing a cut off fucking polo with a goddamn do rag made out of a sleeve.
Yeah.
And you're concerned
don't be a cuck. So don't be a cuck.
Don't bow down to the fucking forces that who gives a shit.
I hate Trump. I should hate people that won't like us in the chance that I like Trump more than I hate Trump. Is that what we're saying?
That's a fact, dude. Like, we know neither one of these people. We know none of them. And if they don't join in and just enjoy and have a good time, why are they clicking on the sub anyway? You know what I mean? Like, they're not real motherfucking, they're not supporting the kids.
I agree.
I mean, we're here to have a good time. We want everybody to pop on. I love talking to the motherfuckers over here. I like talking to Catfish, Ross, every people in there right now. Everybody that joins us.
Look at the comment.
This looks like the ghost of one of the... That's what I'm talking about. This is quality. We need more of these, not these bitch-made motherfuckers that unsubscribe. Oh my god, they're trying to fucking deliver. What is this? I can't take it. I mean, just the shirt in general is hilarity. I mean, it's a fun shirt. I wish I would have wore it if I had it. I was looking for an American flag of some sort.
I borrowed this from Wally, because that's what y'all are making them. You're making him a Superman. If you try to shoot a man with bullets 10,000 times and not one bullet penetrates the skin, what is he? He's Superman.
I mean, Teflon. It's Teflon
that's
Superman. It's Clark Trump, dude. He's Clark. You know what I mean?
Themselves.
He went into the telephone booth in Georgia, and he's coming out like
right.
And then he's just gonna build the legend of DT
even more.
I mean, and he's gonna keep sucking in. He's gonna keep sucking in the demon crats,
bro.
Isn't that what they call them? Demon crats. That I mean,
when
people do click on this and they go, "We got some fucking hardcore T-Dog supporters around here." Whatever, dude. Suck my dick.
Yeah, that's the thing. But the truth is,
fun.
Fuck them.
The truth of the matter is, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But
fuck all these pieces.
It is fun thinking that Donald Trump could even fit in a phone booth. Can he? I would like to see Donald Trump get in a phone booth and try to change
he's like 215 pounds, bro. You didn't see his weight?
Is that bad? I don't know if that's bad. Is that bad? I wish I was 215. I wish I was 215.
So does Trump, bro. Trump's like 6'3". You see the way he's built? You think he's 215?
Is he 6'3"?
Bro?
He's
a
tall,
big
huh?
boy. Yeah, Trump's a big boy.
I'd like to see Donald Trump like play a bunch of kids in basketball.
Oh.
Cooter the other white meat.
Well, hello
Extra
again.
Smoke breaks. Let's go.
Let's go. Spend your smoke breaks with the wig dogs. Focus just trying to get more
shrooms like the wife.
Yeah. I'm trying to get mutants.
Yeah.
May apply.
I mean,
all right, Kenny. Let's do this real quick. Let's do the Louis J. Gomez real quick. Watch we weren't going to open up to 12 anyway. Dust is a moron who ended the show early.
Hey,
so real quick,
debatable.
We're gonna do the little Louis J. Gomez boxing video, sparring video, and then we will start letting people up, and that's what we'll do.
I want to hear from the people, dude. I want to hear what the hell's going on in their lives. Talk to me about something.
We're going open.
I want to do it. I'd love to do like a Stav. Go ahead.
What, like a
Stav taking calls? You know, he takes calls, but I would love to just. That's like really my favorite thing in the world would just be to have people come on and tell me about their lives.
There's too many pieces of shit. If we put out,
Stav does phone calls. I can tell. That's why he probably does phone calls.
Right. But he wouldn't even have to worry about it as much as our dumbasses. Even though we have such a smaller audience, the retards float around this genre. So like there'll be people calling up just going N-word, 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 and all sorts of fucking dumb shit just to try to fuck our shit up.
I guess, but I mean, sure.
Yeah, I don't guess. I know for a fact. And
I mean, that's not the people that we would take. We would, you know what I mean? We have to
screen them. We got secretary now, motherfucker.
You goddamn right. Listen, I put out the call, dude. I put it in about 700 Discords. Listen, I need a number for we got 7,000 hours of content that we need broken up and re-uploaded. We need somebody to do it. We need it clipped, re-uploaded to all the goddamn platforms. I said, man, you know, I'm like, for real. I just need, we need somebody. I don't know how you do that. We don't have
90 episodes.
You got that. Then I have all my shit. You got all your, you know what I mean? I have skits, rants, this, that, the other that need to get scraped and this taken out, that taken out, blah, blah, blah. You know?
Yeah, but, you know.
Eventually.
The wig has got the clips, baby. I always offer up my calling services. I can even answer the call off air and screen them. Yeah, well, Ross, I gotta get like you, bro. You know what I mean? I'm an online shit talker who's done it in many mediums since I've been online. You're a true OG in this.
That's right. He does do that. Russ does do that. Russ does it well.
I gotta get more. You gotta put me on to more shit. Sup, Chris? Sup, Pistol Pete? Checking in. All right, real quick. Let's watch this video. This is now. You probably don't know the situation here. This dude here, right? His name's like Yiorgos or some shit like that. He's calling him by his actual name. All right, this dude is representing, but even the Fighter and the Kid subreddit is fucking shitting all over him as well. So I think that's a troll as well. He's like trolling the subreddit, saying he's representing them, then trolling Brendan Schaub, claiming that he has a signed contract to fight Brendan Schaub. So Louis Gomez, he made a video. You know what? Let's let it play out.
What's up, Louis?
What's going on, Paco? Another episode of Fight Journal. Here we are at Williamsburg MMA, getting a little training in. We have a very special guest today.
Very special.
We have Yiorgos.
I represent 134,000. They voted. It was unanimous. They all agreed. I don't think there's one person who disagreed. I represent the subreddit.
Yiorgos, who I've known for a while.
Why is Yiorgos? Oh, my name is the homeless cat. I don't understand.
The homeless cat.
Doxing me to fucking weirdos on the internet.
First of all, Yiorgos, this motherfucker, he sends me a text message. He's like, hey, dude, I made this video.
I'm fighting at Skankfest 2023 on behalf of I am the homeless cat, and I am fighting Brendan Schaub. See that fucking in his face.
Do you mind if I post this?
So he's trying to say he's fighting Brendan Schaub. But I want to take a quick peek, right? Even on the pads, right, where it's easy to look good no matter what. Watch the way he's reaching with his punches and shit. You can tell this. I don't think this dude really fights like that.
And I'm fighting Brendan.
So he's sexy pants. He's from Russia.
He sends me a text message. He's like, "Hey, dude, I made this video."
The right hand stopped.
Fighting at Skankfest 2020.
The hook was okay. All right. So this dude said he wants to fight Brendan Schaub. Now, whatever you want to say about Brendan Schaub, right? He's a doofus. You know, he does weird shit. You know, he supposedly cheated on his little Mexican yoga wife, all that shit, right? Say whatever you want, right? Disparage his character. You can say his his stand-up special was horrendous. But the dude was a professional fighter. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Louis J. Gomez, who's been boxing for a little minute now, and actually has gotten better and better at boxing and looks like he could scrap. He's fighting him basically to see, should I even consider letting you fight Brendan Schaub at Skankfest if Brendan Schaub is down for it.
Oh, this is a test. This is a test.
Yeah, that's fun fact. In 2021, Lewis came to Tampa, was supposed to call me to spar, and he ignored me while he was here. Yeah. I mean, listen, from what I heard, Ross, you a decent sized dude, and you could probably you seem like the type of dude that could throw his paws. I never seen you throw your paws, but I do know that Louis J. Gomez can legitimately box. But let's see what he does against dude.
Brendan Schaub for Skankfest. Done. So
It was unanimous.
Team Rattlesnake and Schaub more.
all right.
He's punching, bro.
If I knock out
You got
Brendan
first
Schaub,
punch.
they're gonna fucking adore me. All right.
Look at that first punch. Look at that gay shit he just
Oh
threw.
shit.
Adore me. All right.
So he had about 30 seconds worth of punches.
There it is.
Right.
1, 10.
I didn't even forget the audio.
Oh. Oh.
Like even Louis J, when he boxed and high, you can see Louis J, he knows how to
He's running.
extend his jab. He got good extension on his jab. He's digging with his body shots. But one thing I noticed about Louis for sure, bro, is like he extends. Like all his punches, you see he hits guys on the end, right, of his punches, and that's what you want. Look at that shit. What is this dude doing, bro?
Terrible form.
But you know how
Oh,
ridiculous it is to be in decent shape and like fight like one of the white people at the Riverfront Brawl.
He's done,
You know what I
dude.
mean?
Look at he's gassed. His tank is gassed.
Yes, and even when he had energy,
Just downstairs.
did you
Okay.
see any punches?
Love you.
Did you see a single punch
None.
that looked fucking?
So
And
this is all for
Ross,
attention. So what's this guy trying to do, man? He's trying to get the attention of a bunch of Redditors. Is that what he's trying to do? What's he?
I'm their leader. They voted.
That's what he's trying to get at, right?
here's the thing here. He's claiming that he has a contract with Brendan Schaub that states if he beats Brendan Schaub, I forgot the front part of it, you know what I mean? But the back part of it, the most important part, is if Brendan Schaub beats him, they'll shut down the subreddit. That's like his claim. That's like his whole,
But Schaub
thing.
hasn't posted nothing about it.
No. This dude's like, I have a signed contract, 100%.
So
Blase
he's using
blah.
that to get his own name out for what does he do? What does this fucking fool do?
I don't know. I think he's just just an average online idiot, and now
So now he's caught up in the middle of he's gonna take a beating from just to be around comedians. He just wants to be around. Is that the thing? Is this when like comedian? No. Is this when like comedian fans? This is like they're overstepping their boundaries.
right groupies trying
it's
to get down.
It's a groupie that wants some kind of love, and this is what he's gonna get. This is his extent.
Right.
He's on tape getting a
Look at this
beating.
shit. I haven't seen a single. Look at that, bro. What was that, bro? What was that fucking 9-year-old girl shit he just did, bro? Look at this shit here, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Ready? What was that? What was that shit, bro? The fuck you, bro? What the fuck? Because he looks like he's in at least okay shape. Why are you even in okay shape if you can't fight? All that shit's for nothing, bro. You
This
can
is the
fucking you get 6 punches before you could move, bro. You know what I
He's overreach. It's an overreaching of excitement to get some kind of attention.
That's what.
And
it
now
is.
he's, you know what I mean? He overreached. He committed to it. He showed up. I mean, he didn't even want people to. He didn't want people to even know his real name. He kept going like, "Why are you telling these mother?" So he doesn't even respect the people that made him do that. You know what I mean? They made him do. I mean, he did it, but I'm saying they probably pumped him up. For why though?
Here's another slight possibility. If he actually knows him for a long time, it's possible that maybe on purpose, like, you know, like maybe he like, you know, like you can tell he's gassed and all that shit. And it did look like he legitimately can't box for shit. You know what I mean? From what I'm seeing. But what if it's like a little bit of a plan to try to bait Brendan Schaub? Because it would be big for Skankfest if they could get Schaub, no matter what you want to say about Schaub, a former UFC fighter, if they could get him to fight some mess, regardless of if he whoops his ass or loses or fights to a decent decision.
Do you think that Schaub ain't gonna fight nobody unless it's Lewis, right? Maybe Lewis he'd fight, right?
Maybe. But I think he's cool with Lewis. That's what I'm saying. I think for the most part, even
it's
though, like,
fine. It's fine if they're friends. It's fine. Like, but like that would be entertaining, right? It's entertainment at the end of the day. But to have just a regular Redditor, like that makes even you know what I mean. Even if it was a real UFC fighting Redditor, whatever the fuck, it doesn't matter. It's like why would you do that?
And bro, and here's my problem with it, bro. It's like listen, I get the cardio part, and in no way, shape, or form am I gonna like sit here and pretend like let's say Luigi Gomez was like, bro, let's spar, or like somebody who I know has been sparring consistently. I wouldn't go tomorrow. You know what I mean? If you said let's fight, yeah, we could fight tomorrow because that's regular shit. That's like life or death, right? But if there's like an option for a spar, I'm gonna fuck around for a month. I'm gonna fuck around for a few weeks.
I wouldn't fight none of these dudes. I wouldn't fight Louis J. Gomez. I wouldn't fight.
So here's my point. Get rid of the cardio. Zero skill. You know what I mean? Did you see even like a
it was all for right. It was like an Instagram, whatever, 5-second quick punch, blah blah blah, to make him look good, and it did. Right? You were like maybe. It gave you a maybe when he did that. When he hit the pads, you cut right because everything's so short in short bursts.
Right.
You know, we can look like anything. Everybody wants to flex on the gram.
Pads are always like makeup. You know what I mean? Like pads are like makeup on an ugly bitch sometimes. Like they can make people look really good, especially if the person holding the pads knows how to move with you. That wasn't the case with him. But let's see what he says here.
Yeah, Luis J. Gomez obviously took the fucking UFC or the training seriously and has for a time now. It's like irritating when you listen to him talk about fighting the Dubai guy. Right? It's been like years now.
I do not matter.
Where he's talking about fighting Jason
in Las Vegas
Ellis.
on October 1st for all the fucking homeless cats over the god.
But I will say this though, 100%. I've seen Luis J. Gomez spar against Sam Hyde. I seen him spar a little bit against Michael Bisping. I seen him spar here. Like he can legitimately spar pretty good. Like he's got really good jab. That's one thing that I noticed with Louis J. Very good jab. Like he keeps people right on the end of that stick.
Well, I mean, and I haven't seen his ground, like what he does on the ground with the jiu-jitsu, right? He's training jiu-jitsu.
I think he's better at stand-up.
I mean, the things he shows us with the Sam Hyde, he shows us, right, or whatever. He slaps around Harrington and his producers, and and that's fun. That's entertaining. That's very entertaining just to watch him beat up his producers, right? A power thing that fans like to see. It's fun. You go, oh, this guy's a fucking badass, blah blah blah, right? It's comical. That's comedy in itself to just have a show and beat up your goddamn producer.
Of course.
It's hilarious.
But he could throw down a little. And Ross, if that's true, you should try to reset that up. Now, Ross, how did you leave off with I know you were on what you call it? What was it, Real Ass Podcast a while ago? You and Ian were on. Like what was your leave off? What was your leave off of your relationship with Louis J? Did you and Ian like thoroughly burn the bridge to ashes? Or like I know Ian's kind of cool with him, but Louis J also won't really fuck with him too much because he's like, you're too much of a fucking, like you're too fucking, like you can come to a stand-up set.
I like that shit. I like when we were watching when he was calling Ian out, he was calling Ian a troll. He was like, just the last whatever Ian posted last, where he was
was on some shit.
It was good.
Okay, so Raw still DMs with him. So it seems like out of those two, like Ian definitely maybe like. But it's funny though, because like you could tell Lewis fucks with Ian, and he likes him, but at the same time, he's like, Ian, like, bro, come on, like,
I mean, Ian's fucking because Ian's funny, and I think he respects him because he knew he was on the stage, and he at least committed to being a stand.
Right.
He committed to being a stand-up for a time,
and he's a good
right?
when Ian commits to it, like he got good stand-up.
I'm a fan of Ian. I've seen enough and seen enough that I go, oh, this motherfucker, he's funny. He's fucking he has a great sense of humor.
Ian is too much of a wild card for Lewis to be comfy. Yeah, that's what it is. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Lewis knows, like, she could just go haywire at any fucking moment. That's why Lewis, though. But that's why Lewis will fuck with Ian more. He probably would rather give him a bunch of sets, stand up in actual real human life, than fuck with him through like the podcast and the online shit. Because he knows, like, that's like this, you know.
I mean, let's get Ian at fucking Skankfest. Can we get? I mean, they got other guys there that you're like,
this is true.
Why? And I've seen enough of. I don't know. I've seen enough of Ian to be like, why the fuck isn't Ian fucking doing that shit? Does Ian not DM him and be like, I don't know. Does he not even do stand up no more? Does Ian not do stand up?
Or give me Lewis. You know what I mean? If
I'll take five. I mean, I watched the guy. I watched the guy at on Kill Tony that looked like H. Foley from Are You Garbage on this gay dude that I was like, man, this guy's got goddamn. Oh, cheers, brother. Cheers. I wish I had some. I don't have no liquor.
I don't gotta be as on point for this version of the show. You know what I mean?
What is it? What are we drinking? What is this? A 2 liter of fucking Burnett's? Is that Burnett's?
Yeah, that's that Burnett.
I'm calling it. I know my liquor bottles. That's a Burnett.
Hell yeah. But too sweet. You can't say that like that though, right? Like, you know, like he makes fun of real life retarded kids on stage. First of all, I don't think the real life retarded kid, first of all, was there in the human flesh at the time he was making the jokes. Secondly, if you're at a stand-up comedy show, no matter what you are, like you see Jared Nathan, right, who goes on Kill Tony, right? He's an actual retarded person.
Oh,
he's
that
like
guy. Okay.
From Canada.
So I was going to see, they just had a mute guy at the beginning of Kill Tony from some other country, Italy, that was like sign languaging. And it made me go, if you were fucking deaf, dude, imagine hearing the silence of your jokes not landing.
Right.
I guess, but then you're looking at their faces.
You have to watch for like smiles and like, you know, the power of laughter probably to know, which is kind of crazy.
Fucking hard. Like just when you started doing podcasting to be like, you don't hear the people in the comments leaving you have to look for a happy face and be like, oh, there's a happy face like a minute, 2 minutes later, and you go, all right, I guess I'll continue. But that's as a deaf guy, you know.
No, you're right. That's wild to think about. No. That is wild to think about. You're right, because like when you're on stage, whether you're hosting or doing a set or doing whatever, and you're looking for laughs, you work your beats, right, to some degree by the laughter, the stopping, and the pausing of the laughter and such. And if you're deaf, you literally probably have to work your beats, but by watching body language, you know what I mean, and watching, you know, like facial expressions and kind of. But anyway,
and then you're sign languaging the jokes.
But anyway,
that's madness, dude.
Yeah, total madness. But to finish what I was saying, Pete, Jared Nathan goes on Kill Tony. He's an actual, you know, he is retarded, right? Like from like, you know, whatever they call that now, right? Missing.
They call it retardation.
Right, retardation, right? They don't use the word as like a singular anymore, probably, but whatever the case is,
it's plural.
He's an actual retarded person, and they make fun of him for it. He makes fun of himself for it. When it comes to comedy, you can't be like that. If that lady that was at that show that argued with Ian Ellis, you know, because I think she had like a special needs son, I believe that was the case. I didn't see
it. Is that what happened?
Yeah, some old school shit. Yeah, it's one of like the first clips I seen of him or whatever.
Ian started arguing with the mom.
Yeah, he was. Listen, he was definitely being Ian, but there was moments where
somebody needs to send me that clip. I need to see that clip. Put it in Discord, please.
But there was moments where they gave him an out, like he was like trying not to be a full blown dick, but he was kind of a little. And then eventually,
they forced his comedy hand. They forced his comedic hand, dude.
Yeah,
I get it. Right. I get it. You're forced to be a comic, right? When people push like that, of any softness, what are you gonna do? All of a sudden we have a kumbaya in the club. We go, oh my god, you're so right. It's so sad that you have to go home and look after your fucking right. Like,
I don't
what
know
are you
where
supposed to do?
Oh shit! I forgot to put in the.
It's like when anybody does that with anything. They go, oh my god, like, I can't believe you're making fun. You're making jokes about whatever, dude. Whatever the people thing is that people care about. Where we should all just stop the show and go, okay, how are we gonna save all the poor Africans? How are we gonna save all the whatever, the school shooting kids?
Whatever it
How
is,
are we gonna...
whatever it is. Like, listen, it's an overdone thing. We don't need to sit here and beat it down. Obviously, anyone, like they always say, anybody can be offended by any joke at any time. If you're fat, you're not gonna like fat jokes. You're white, you might not like white jokes. You're black, you might not like black jokes. You're retarded, you might like retarded jokes. The mother of a retarded person might not like retarded jokes, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, like Patrice said back in the day, to beat it down and then move on from the topic, he's looking for the humor of it, right? Even if it causes pain or uncomfortability at times. He wasn't looking to, like, if there was an actual retarded kid there, once Ian got off stage, right? Or if the mother of her, once they got off stage, if there wasn't a back and forth, it's not like Ian's going to walk past and be like, retard, it was part of a set. It's jokes.
I know he did.
If they pushed him far enough, I believe he would.
Ian did, dude. He followed him to the goddamn car. And he wanted to remember. He wanted to get him locked up back in the goddamn tard ward. I'm for sure of it. There's a video out there somewhere. Send it. DM it.
He rolled him down the street.
Yeah, Ian was in the fucking... he was barking at the car, banging on the windows.
Right.
I know Ian did that shit.
No.
I know about Ian. It's that shit.
If you push Ian, he'll definitely get
disrespectful.
But anyway, all right.
Ian was throwing goddamn gang signs with two tard hands like this. He did it. I know he did it. He did do that. He was cripping that. Come on. He tried to call the law. He called the law. Ian called the law and said, we got one on the loose. End quote.
If you
like hardcore history. End quote.
Raw Stork said if you ex Lewis nicely, he'll probably jump on one day. He won't promote it though. Listen, maybe we'll get him on one day. And we'll make listen, here's the thing. If he rocks with us, he's gonna have a good fucking time and he's gonna laugh and it's gonna be good vibes and he will promote it. That's the thing. You know what I mean? I make this prediction. If Lewis jumps on with the WHiggaz at some point, he'll at least be like, I jumped on the WHiggaz. He'll say it somewhere. He'll do it, might not be I'm not saying he's gonna sit there and fucking, but he's gonna at least have a good enough of a time to mention it. Like, I hung out with original WHiggaz one day and it was a good time. Check him out. He'll promote it. He'll promote it. But
yeah, if he fucking knows better. If he fucking knows better.
Come on, I don't know. The first part, I don't know. You know what I mean?
I'm going to start doing with the Reddit. I'm just going to start threatening him until they pay attention, and then you go, no, man, I was just kidding. That's what they do, right? They threaten people online, and then when they get their attention, they go, man, I love you, dude. You're funny, right? They go, oh, man, Lewis, you're a fucking punk bitch, fucking cutting. And Lewis goes, huh? What's up, asshole 72 Nebraska? And he goes, no, dude, I love you, bro. I thought we were all friends.
Exactly. So he might not come on. He may come on. But what I do know is that if he comes on, he'll have a good time and he'll tell somebody because we just fucking have our fun. You know what I mean?
The homeless cat. Didn't he have a homeless? Isn't there a homeless producer guy? Is that the same guy? It's not the same guy. It's not the same.
No, only would he not only would he not promote, but he would join under a different name with no avatar. No. I make this prediction, Ross. He'll join under another name with no avatar, and he'll have so much. He'll be like, "Oh, these WHiggaz are fun." He'll
even know.
He'll come back with his social security number, first and last name, and he'll promote it.
So you're telling me, basically in the middle of he's having such a good time, he goes, I don't know why you guys aren't in Gas Digital. You guys ever think about that? And he goes, and he tries to sell us to come over to Gas Digital and take over for, what's that other show? On the Gate, right? It's like a couple of convicts, right? That I happen to like these goddamn convicts. Too.
So the WHiggaz could, give a little bump.
The WHiggaz got to, listen, the WHiggaz got to, but also, I'm not gonna get, it seems like Lewis does the thing where he tries to be an alpha. I don't think he is. but he just tries to. He tries to alpha, and so it's fun. It's a fun thing.
No, I think he's East Coast, bro. That's East Coast shit. Like I think he's just a regular. My gauge on him. Ross has had more interaction with him. Ian's had more interaction with him. My gauge on him is he's a typical East Coast type of dude, bro. You know what I mean? Well, he'll rib you. He'll make sure you'll know that he's down to slap you if you're an asshole. But I don't think he wants to. You know what I mean?
I've watched enough, right? I've watched enough of him, enough of the show to be like, I appreciate that if people do come at him, that he has a sense of humor. I mean, when people are making fun of you,
and that's why I don't think he's like what you originally said. I think like he just
there's like a game. No, it's like it's like a fun game of like that we all play.
Give it back.
He wants you to give it back, right? Where you're being like, and he also he'll do like a comical alpha thing, like and it needs to be done at some point because a lot of the comics that I see, they come through, they don't have enough gall to be who they really are, and they're like undercover, and that's good. They need that, and I'm glad that that's there. It's like a mainstay of New York, right? Of like the New York comics that come through, and you see the ones that fade away.
Oh yeah, exactly. He
has people on the show, and they're stand-up comics, and I got respect for that all day. That anytime you take the stage of and I don't think it's funny, but whatever, it's fine. It's not. Everybody has their different style.
Wait, but who don't you think is funny specifically?
Well, Lewis will have some people on like whatever Real Ass Podcast or
where
you go yeah.
And they don't play good volleyball. They don't play good comedy volleyball.
No, and you see, and it's fine. Like some people play better alone, I guess, because you're standing alone on a stage. I get it, but also they're not like your boys, bro. Like there's like certain types of comedy where. Right. For lack of a better reference, like locker room talk, I guess we got Trump, right? Where it's like you're being like you're saying shit just to say it, and you're poking fun at each other. I'm talking about you can talk about my mom, you can talk about whoever, you can poke fun. It's fine, but I'm gonna give it back, and it's love, right? Yeah. You go as long as it's funny,
of course. And there's certain people that like they're really good at writing jokes, but they're not as funny in the hang. And there's certain people that are really good in the hang, but they're not good on stage.
Which is like podcasts have exposed that. Right. That's what podcasting has exposed.
Right. They do that. You're absolutely right. They show like who's funny in the room and who's funny when they can prepare.
And they're both good.
Right.
They're both good. And like we talk about like working a muscle. It's all muscles though, too. And if you're like you have well-rounded humor, you can be funny in groups of all types. And then you can be funny by yourself, delivering your 15, your 30, whatever you're doing, man. You know what I mean?
No, bro, 100%. And I don't think any has more or less value, but but you are right though. Like the podcast and shit does really like show who's the dudes that if you're like fucking having a beer at the bar are gonna fucking have people fucking laughing.
How you gonna have it? And then it'd be like saying like Brian Regan, right? Like Brian Regan, I'll watch everything he does on stand-up, and I go, this guy's a goddamn one of the best ever.
Oh, then I stand-up wise, Brian Regan.
Yeah, stand-up wise. But then I go, if he was just, unless you're interviewing him, if he was just hanging and we're all shooting shit, he's not going to be Brian. He's not going to be like, you're not going to hold him up to the esteem of Brian Regan. You're not going to be like, God damn, well, that's not the lottery ticket joke that I heard.
But I wonder, though, have you seen him on a podcast fail? Have you seen him fail on a podcast?
No.
You just guessing?
No. Okay. No. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Because I feel
and I'm pretty sure he knows that. That's probably why he maybe that's just not his thing. He don't have time for that shit. He's picking up $30,000 checks.
I don't know. I feel like a dude like him, I think he might be a good like there's different types of that shit too, right? There's like the the Legion of Skanks, even with apologies, I'll say, to give reference to our universe, the universe we're in now, RDA, like there's like the shit talk, hang podcast shit. And then there's also like the improv quilting podcast shit. And sometimes they cross paths, but there's dudes that like, you know, like you get like a Rick, you know, like Rick Glassman or like a Brian
I like
Regan.
Rick Glassman is, yeah, Rick Glassman tends to take over a podcast.
Right. And my
From what I've
point,
seen.
and even Andrew Santino, like them dudes are not necessarily as good at like the straight hang alpha male fucking but Santino is a little bit but hold on.
It's like
wait, hold on.
It's the chemistry.
Yeah. But they're really good with the improv quilting. You know what I mean? Like the shit where like you say like, hey, this guy went to, and then all of a sudden they have like a 3-minute story that they just made up on the spot. So like that's kind of the same as the hang shit, but there's like different levels to the hang shit. Like me and you are kind of in the middle pocket. You know what I mean? Like we'll do
I
the
guess
improv
it's like
shit.
where I guess what I'm saying. Okay, I guess it all comes back to like the original hang, right? That most of us know would be like Opie and Anthony. It'd be like where random comedians come in.
I'm not as familiar with that though. Over the years, I've watched clips. I would say the original hang dust would be like the hang that we had back in the day, right? That's what Opie and Anthony comes.
That's what we're all trying to.
Anthony,
right.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's what they took on the broadcasting, right? They were of
Right.
course. We're all
Right.
trying to just get back to the couch, locker room.
Right.
We're trying to get
Right.
back to the bar,
The
bar
house
talk,
party.
the
You know
house
what I mean?
party. That's what we're
The
all
woods-
trying to get.
the woods by the high school.
Right.
whatever
That's
the fuck
it. That's all we're trying to do. Right. And then everybody that's watching and listening enjoys that aspect because they're a fly on the wall of the situation.
Right. But to fortify your point, to come back around and fully agree with you, actually, the Rick Glassman types and the Brian Regan types, I'm not going to say Santino because he seems like he got a little rough and tumble in him, but like those type of dudes wouldn't be as funny in those settings that we just mentioned separate from this, right? Like the bar, the park outside, you know, the woods outside school, the house party, you know, they were probably a little more of like, you know, probably like awkward a little more in those settings, right? So even though they probably had the potential to be funny as fuck, you know what I mean? They probably weren't, you know what I mean? Like, whereas like dudes like me and you, or dudes like, you know, I would say even like the low, you know, LOS dudes, and I'd say Ross in real life is probably that type of dude. Ian's probably that type of dude in real life. Even Rex, even though me and Rex been having panty fights lately, Rex is probably a good little on the spot shit talker in real life. So to your point, you are generally right. But I just think there's also the improv hang, right? The dudes that like aren't, you know, oh fuck, but they're really good at taking something and making a fucking portrait out of a grain of sand. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That makes sense.
There's all different types of muscles. Like I like to think like Big J is a good one for like stoners. Like when you were stoned to the bone, you ditched school, and you're like fucking playing Nintendo, and you guys are just in the zone. That's like Big J is like a grown up stoner friend.
Yeah,
and that's why people love him. That's why people love his style.
Yeah, he was the funny rocker kid.
He was the funny rocker kid that you got stoned with. You played fucking Nintendo, ditching school, and that's his style. And you make fun of, you know, you can make, and everybody has a different style, which is great. I love comedy that way, where everybody has a different style of humor.
And that's why, even though, to circle back, and then we'll move on to something else in a second, you know, everyone has styles of comedy. Ian made fun of a real life retarded kid on stage. Yeah, I get it. But at the end of the day, comedy is about swinging, you know? And sometimes you land and it hurts someone. Sometimes you land and everybody laughs. Sometimes you miss. But
I mean,
the point is,
you got to appreciate that. I respect that. He gave it a go, and whoever was there that night and got a laugh, I bet it was a fucking good hearty laugh, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what matters. It's not the people that didn't laugh. It's the people that did laugh. You know what I mean? That's what people forget. It's fine.
Right.
It's fine. Whatever, you didn't think. But the people that did get it, oh, they got it, bro. That made their fucking night. This guy was up there fucking giving this goddamn tard the business. It's terrible. Bro. Also funny, and I guarantee the tard probably couldn't even compute that it was bad.
Bro, even if something's not funny and it's making fun of a group that you don't want made fun of, regardless, it just is what the fuck it is, man. You know, you gotta let people just fucking do the damn thing, and then whatever the fuck happens, happens. And as simple as that. You know, like even if it's not, bro, even if it's fucking, you know, like even if it's mean and not funny, as long as the person, see, the only thing I have a problem with, and obviously we went through these subjects 100 times since we started doing the show, but the only thing I have a little problem with comedically is if somebody like cracks a joke against a certain group and they actually hate the group. You know what I mean? Like if you actually like, you know, work at a fucking, you know, disabled person's fucking, you know, school.
They're like, fuck these goddamn cripples in their goddamn games.
Right. If you're slapping cripples on the weekend, you know what I mean? Or during the weekdays and you're cracking cripple jokes on the weekend. Yeah, I don't love that shit. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
You know,
you're telling me it's not okay that if I work at a retard gym, for me to come out and tell you that this guy just shit himself. This guy just shit himself all fucking day.
Right.
And didn't know what year it was. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. Because also, funny is funny still wins too, right? Like there's comedians that we know have racist intentions, and they might crack a fucking you know, a racist joke, and if it's funny, it's funny, you know, at the end of the day. You know, so I guess funny always wins, but I guess like not funny and foul in your heart, right, is where it like kind of adds up to not good, right? Like if it's not funny and you're, you know, like, you know what I mean, you hate disabled people or something.
You tell me if I tell a joke about James Byrd getting dragged down the block by a pickup, and then you catch me dragging a black down the block with the truck.
Yeah,
you telling me that might be an issue? That might be an issue.
Yeah, I would argue if Dennis Chauvin started making George Floyd jokes.
You're telling me? I mean, what a turnaround! Right. What if Chauvin came out of the pit and he just started doing stand up? And he did a Dave Chappelle 12 minutes or whatever the fuck it was.
And his special just called Floyd jokes or jokes on Floyd or some shit. And he just and that's all he does. His entire set is just George Floyd fucking jokes. Bro.
He just did possible fentanyl jokes, possible fucking pregnant hostage jokes.
Yeah, that's
you should have heard him. What he's talking about, gurgling. He's talking about fucking just terrible. Yeah, that would be right. Then you like go that's fucked up. I think this is bad, guys. Guys,
that's what it's fucked up.
I don't know about this one, guys. It makes me feel a little.
But you making a Floyd, you know, George Floyd joke, even though you're like, you know, probably like 12-13% racist, I would say my estimates would give me
minimum, right?
Yeah,
minimum.
I'd say 12 to 25.
Sure, give or take.
Be your window. Would be your window. But like you making George Floyd jokes, if it's funny. And you know, whatever, it's one thing, right? But Derek Chauvin being fucking going up there like Lenny Bruce of George Floyd.
Derek Chauvin, what if he came out and he was just like Dave Chappelle level funny? What if he?
People have he goes up there and he's just like, hey, he just fucking goes up there, fucking Rodney Dangerfield.
I think that you guys were gonna catch me,
right? Rodney.
I think there'd be a goddamn camera,
right. Dangerfield confidence. You know what I mean?
You imagine the shit that happened? Good God, it stopped the country. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, that might change it up a little bit. All right, so let's go into this just for a minute here, because it's the only other thing in the title. So obviously, we're from an era where this is one of the most classic
Lloyd Kaufman,
80s movies ever made. The Toxic
We used
Avenger.
to watch this so many times at my friend Eric's house, bro. Just rent it, rewatch it. It was like a staple.
Bro, my father was a terrible father. Like I seen this movie when I was like 5 and shit. You know what I mean, bro? I had no business.
Good dad. Shout out fucking Dad Clifford.
Yeah. I remember watching the original. So now I don't know if you're aware of this, and I know sometimes you get a little worked up from these type of subjects, but did you know that Peter Dinklage, the little person from Game of Thrones and so many other, probably the most gangster little person actor we've ever seen is going to be the new Toxic Avenger.
Yeah. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Game of fucking retard Avengers.
Game of step stools.
Oh my god. Is this for real?
Yeah, look, see.
Come on, man.
That's him right there. I guess he has some type of dinosaur egg staff.
He's got that's a mop, right? He's got the mop.
But what is the mop? Is the mop on fire though to that degree? Did we ever see a green mop back in the day?
I don't know. It looks like maybe it's toxic waste in it, but he looks like he's wearing goat hooves. I don't know why that is, and why is his tutu is too long? This is fucked up. I'm not a fan.
So what are your Game of Stools instead of Thrones? so what makes you more upset? What makes you more upset? Let's go. We'll do 3 upsets. Hold on. Let me give you the scenario. First, no dwarves in Snow White and the 7 Dwarves versus a dwarf Toxic Avenger when the original wasn't a Toxic Avenger.
Oh man,
which bothers you more?
Snow White. Snow White.
Snow White, no dwarves.
Yeah, that's just wild, dude.
Okay,
that was too much. I had a meltdown and that shit. Almost had to go to the hospital.
Hold on. And what about Snow White being Latina?
Ah.
Or Toxic Avenger being a little person now?
I'm still going Snow White, dude.
I'm going Snow White?
Yeah, bro. It's just come on. It'd be like fucking 7 years a slave and everybody's white. What the fuck?
Well, no. See, but we got to harken back to this just a little bit. You keep mentioning back.
All right.
No, you got to.
No, I like the word harken. It's a fair word.
You got to harken back here.
We're gonna harken back. All right.
Let's
harken back to that shit.
Harken on back.
I mean, that's a classic word, dude.
So check it out. If get the white part out of your mind for the Snow White, because she wasn't called Snow White. Because she wasn't called Snow White because she was Caucasian. You know what I mean?
What was she called?
You were doing that on the joint.
What do you mean? It's not Snow Brown, it's Snow White.
Yeah, but that's not why she was called Snow White.
Why was she called Snow White?
Snow White. Because she was a white bitch.
Why?
She's called fucking Snow White, bro. That's it. She's the thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you're saying okay. So you're saying
like Snow White didn't begin, and they were like this white Aryan queen and her 7 dwarves. She's Snow White. Like,
okay, but pure as the driven snow. But she didn't say pure as the driven Goya.
She didn't, and she
didn't say pure the driven
mud
refries. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, listen. I don't know. Is Lloyd Kaufman attached to this?
I would rank it. Dwarfs the most ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Like no dwarfs. That's just the most ridiculous shit ever. Because that actually is in the title. 7 fucking dwarfs. That's literally in the title and means exactly what it means. I would say that would be number 1.
Yeah.
And I would say I'm only gonna put this at number 2, the Toxic Avenger shit, because this little cocksucker is always bitching about shit like this. You know what I mean? Took jobs away from dwarves by telling Disney why you got dwarves still, and then you want to take a job away from some fucking, you know what I mean? Some fucking heighted person or whatever.
This is
the fuck.
Ridiculous. This is even fair. You know? We're in made up land now.
Oh,
this is all fucking made up land.
Midget. Bro, the whole point of the Toxic Avenger 2, just to also, push it forward a little more. Bro, he was like a big fucking hulking, fucking rip your arm off, just fucking beast, bro.
How long is it going to be before we see Superman as a dwarf? When are we going to see Superman dwarf?
Super dwarf's going to be Bat Dwarf, Spider Dwarf. It's gonna fucking
where the superpowers turn you into a fucking dwarf. What the fuck are we doing?
I know.
I mean, on the retard scale, it's fucking retarded. Like at a high level, it's very retarded.
I would have to agree. I would have to agree. Kevin Bacon's gonna be in it, so you know.
You shut your mouth. Who's Kevin
Yeah.
Bacon going to be? The guy that I hope he's the guy that drives the van and runs everybody over for points.
He's got to be a bad guy, right? That'd be the only way it would work for me. He's got to be like old school Kevin Bacon scumbag.
Bro, the foaming at the
Right?
mouth guy that's in the van running over people and saying, get the port. I think they run over a retarded guy in a wheelchair and it's like 20 points.
It's something like that. And that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna watch a little bit of some classic Toxic Avenger shit for those that don't know about the Toxic Avenger, so they could feast. What's that way to say it? Feast their eyes. What's that thing that people say? Something their eyes. Is it feast their eyes? Because that doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. But yes, that is the statement.
But
Feast
that
your
is-
eyes on this.
What?
They always go, feast your eyes on this. They always say that.
Yeah, I knew
That's
that
an old
sounded
I haven't
right.
heard it in a while. You also said hearken, and now you're saying feast your eyes. You fucking, I feel like you do need to be. Who's racist? I mean, I feel like it's something racists go. Like they go like, feast your eyes on this, and then they turn around, there's like 6 guys lynched over here.
I gotta
Hearken! Hearken back and feast your eyes, boys.
I got a colonizer's vocabulary.
Jesus, dude. Choose your what happened? Wig Nation?
Oh
That's
my god.
wrong.
How you
I
got
just
a
said wig.
colonizer?
I just said Wig Nation. In case you weren't catching it, I just said that like there was like we had a viewership of 10 million.
We do
Can I
have a nation, bro. Bro, we have a
I
fucking
said Wig Nation.
bro.
I said it
Bro.
like we have a fucking just an army of fucking viewers. Hey, what about this? What about you play?
300 views at most weekly, and
I mean-
every once in a while 1,000, and sometimes 150. That sounds like a fucking nation. to me.
I'm at awe when there's one. When there's
You know
one
what
that's
I mean?
not my other fake account. When it's not my other fake account. When I don't have 7
Yeah.
YouTubes open. And then,
Right,
no,
right.
When,
Right.
and I go,
Right.
no way. There's 8.
But that's only
Do-
on the
do you have-
replay. That's only on the replay.
Do-
All right,
what do you
check it
think
out.
about wait a minute. What do you think
What's
about anybody using the bathroom right now before we play that? Or
No,
is
no.
it already built up enough?
No, definitely not. You're gonna have to wait.
God damn
until
it,
we
Tim.
finish.
All right, go ahead.
All right, let's go to Ross real quick. Eventually, Hollywood will be remaking Chappelle's show with a trans, non-racist. Clinton, you're right.
Yeah.
It will get to these type of points. You notice how they only want to change things that weren't intended to be offensive, but they leave out. But they leave what was made to be, and that's interesting.
Wow.
Too.
Good point.
That's a fucking great point. And
Ross over here making fucking real points, dude.
100%. And it makes me think about something I've had in the document folder that I meant to mention. When me and I'm thinking about it while me and my son are watching Dial of Destiny or whatever the fuck, the new Indiana Jones. When they go back in time in the beginning of the movie without any spoilers and shit, it's all Nazis, bro. It's literally all fucking, bro. It's like they're wearing Nazi garb. They're doing fucking, bro. There's like 15 of these. And I'm like, all right, so explain to me why the fuck that shit is okay, but cursing in the first 2 minutes of a YouTube video will get you demonetized, or cracking a fucking joke, whether it's about a retarded person on stage or anything else that could be sensitive. But Disney, that's going to get eyes like we could never dream to fucking have, can have 15 Hail Hitlers in the first 7 minutes of Indiana Jones. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck.
fuck,
Peterson would say it's all control. It's all for control, my friend.
It's fucking out of, bro. It's out of control. Is what the fuck it is.
He would
bro.
say this is what Jordan Peterson would say. He would say that you're gonna roam aimlessly and it's gonna give you anxiety,
right?
Which is what they do. If you roam aimlessly, you're gonna. So if you don't know when you're uploading something, and you go, oh, I hope I don't get a strike, but you don't know the rules, you're gonna be chocked full of anxiety, which is what most people are when they upload. They're like, oh my God, I know I didn't say anything that's offensive. You know it at heart that you didn't say anything that was overly overtly racist, or like I want these people dead, but yet you go, I don't know. That's gonna give you anxiety,
right?
And that's kind of like the online situation right now.
People. I wouldn't say most. I would say most people who create comedic shit, though, for sure, 100%. Most people who create comedy or political commentary, those are like the two places now that it's like you can't do shit without being fucking worried. You know what I mean? Which is fucking bullshit across the fucking board. Hold on. What my man Ross say here? Hold on. What Ross say here?
Indiana Jones and the Seven Dwarfs would be dope.
Yeah. Catfish, aggro. What Ross say? Wrote a little paragraph. He said, "I think it's because they are looking to copy what's already successful, but they can't take something intended to be offensive and change it, so they attack innocent." Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some regular shit that's attacked 100%, and you're absolutely right about the first part of that. Erecting a fence with a friend is not as fun as you and that same friend fencing with erections. I mean, I
Joe!
think does. And by the way, Joe,
I'll fence your erection anytime.
let's everybody, please do us a favor and send prayers up for Joe. I'm not going to speak on exactly what happened because that's on him if he wants to mention it in the comment section. But something real fucking crazy just happened recently, and send even if you don't mention what it was, just send a couple prayers up to the sky and know that you're you're doing the universe a service by doing so. Love you, Joe. Hope all is well. My bad. I seen a couple of Facebook messages the past like 3-4 days that I didn't get back to yet. I just noticed them today. Nothing but good vibes sent to you and your wife, and love, brother. So for those that don't know about the Toxic Avenger, which is now getting remade with a little person, Peter Dinklage, as the new Toxic Avenger. Let's watch the origin story of the 1984 cult classic, one of the most ridiculous, fucking absurd, but dope movies you ever gonna see.
Bro, come on. I had the damn.
So you know what? Let's preface this clip a little bit. So just so everybody knows what's going on in this clip in the original Toxic Avenger here is they prank this dude. He's like kind of like a nerdy dude who who works at this. What is he, like a janitor at the gym? I believe.
Janitor at the gym.
Janitor at the gym.
Marvin. His name's Marvin.
Marvin. They shit on him a little bit earlier in the episode, and then at this part, they basically told him put on a tutu, and the lights are gonna be out, and the pretty girl, like the pretty girl in the movie, is gonna meet you, by the pool or something along those lines. So
it's the oldest trick in the book. You're gonna get some pussy by some hot chick that's out of your league,
right?
Which is the whole internet,
right?
Oh, Julie, oh, Julie, I'm here.
Okay, turn on the lights.
Together. Oh, you're so soft, Julie.
The whole gym, dog. The whole gym. This guy was such a good bad guy.
Oh, bro, yeah.
Such a good bad guy, bro.
Look at this. Got my man in a fucking onesie.
Look at the old man that got the gall to wear a Speedo. Shout out.
That was the Speedo era, bro. What happened? Melvin's running. He's embarrassed.
Following him, dude. We all know that Marvin was Jewish without saying he was Jewish. Oh shit! Out the window, dog.
Melvin out the window. Into the toxic waste. These guys are sniffing fucking Tony Montana levels of cocaine.
Full body buds, dude. Like a 24-pack on the dash.
Right.
Clean, healthy tits. Swinging.
Watch this shit.
Oh, doing a helicopter.
But this man is burning to death.
No water. They're
not even
pissing on him.
Look.
My man's got burning blue eyes.
No, he doesn't look very good.
He's faking it, dude. He's got lacerations from fucking.
Julie, this guy, if he can't take a joke, he stinks.
We can't take a joke.
Oh, the cops coming. Oh, let me help you. Oh.
Shit, I was set on fire, bro. My man touched toxic waste and went on fire, bro. Poor fucking Melvin, bro.
Oh, Melvin out.
Right now he's back home. He's in the bathroom.
Yeah, get in the bath, dude.
He's going in the
No
bath.
big deal. Yo, you can take. Oh, no big deal. Head and shoulders, and a little bit of dial. You're good.
Right, a little Irish Spring.
You're fine, bro. You're oh, good special effects, bro. I mean, this was fucking gross.
84. Uh-oh. But it gives him Schwarzenegger muscles.
Watch your mouth, dude. Watch your mouth, bro. Okay.
What do you mean? Making the nigger.
Watch, his hair's falling out.
Oh, hair's falling out.
He needs some goddamn Valtrex.
Yeah, my man got that them 80s AIDS. We got that pre-magic AIDS.
Mama Hebrew coming to the door.
Right. Mama Matzah. That's Mama Matzah.
I mean, this is like Lloyd. I know Lloyd Kaufman wrote this. Shout out to the Hebes, dude. I love Lloyd Kaufman. He's like one of my idols, bro. But I know this is like, he was like, of course he's going to be a Jewish guy.
Right.
Why wouldn't you? I would. Chest getting big and slow.
Well, right now, he's about to look like fucking Lou Ferrigno.
And that's what it was, right? It was kind of like supposed to be. Like a parody of that.
Right. I guess in a way. I guess that's a good point.
It was a parody, like, of all the toxic waste turning things into things, right? Ninja Turtles.
Wait, listen.
My little Melvin. He must have finally reached puberty.
Melvin's like a 35-year-old fucking man, ma.
She thought he nutted. You know what I mean?
And she was I mean, another thing about, Hebrew moms, a lot of people don't know that, but they like to listen to the door when you get first ejaculate. Fun facts.
Well, yeah, that is definitely yep.
And I believe it was 22 million people that died in the Holocaust, just so everybody knows. It was either 22 or 52.
That's not what Roseanne said, but I'm not going to repeat it.
Oh, you're saying it was not enough?
No, that's not what Dave.
Right.
Something.
That's not what Dave Chappelle said.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Listen, I don't.
Golden.
I don't share
those outfits.
Hatred for the Hebrews. Dust. Okay?
I love the Hebrews, bro. And I'm saying that people always get the number wrong. It was 72 million.
Prove it right now. Prove how much you love the Hebrews right now. Say
right
something
now?
that proves it.
Say something?
Yeah.
Don't kill the Jews.
All right. Fair.
And they deserve their own homeland. You leave them alone. Let them keep bothering Palestine. Who gives a shit? There you go. That's how you really love the Hebrews. You go. Palestinians deserve what they get.
Yeah.
That's how you love them. Everybody, all the Jewish WHiggaz fans are like, hey, you're like, Uncle Dust gets it.
You know what we should do? We should name the next 10 episodes "We Love the Blank" and just see which one gets the most views. You know what I mean? Like, we love the Jews. We love the blacks. We love we love anybody but whitey. That should be the podcast name. We love anybody but whites. The Orientals. You know what I mean? And just kind of
love the gays.
Yeah.
We love the communists. We love the trans.
We should do a series. We love series.
You think that's gonna help us in the algorithm, but just by putting that there? I don't know if that's gonna help anything, honestly.
I don't know. You never know, bro.
I've tried. I think I've done some kind of micro experiment with that over my YouTube career that has failed miserably. I definitely have tried some shit like that. I have. I know I have.
I'm sure, definitely, bro. Yeah, bro. Of course.
Turns out their audio algorithm really picks up what you really say, and they do not like it.
They do not like the end.
Turns out the algorithm can't take. They don't know what humor is. I don't think you can teach the algorithm humor. Is the thing with
Pistol Pete. You can't teach Pistol Pete humor. I'm a little disappointed, Pistol Pete. I want Pistol Pete to to not like Ian. There's a lot of really legit reasons if you don't want to like Ian. You know what I mean?
Why is that? Name five. Name five right now at the gate. Go.
Find, antagonistic, insensitive,
Keep going. Keep going. That's two. That's two. You're good. Give me three more.
Mean,
Mean.
abuses women.
Three.
I'll just say
Four.
abuses women. 3 will be
Abuses women verbally or physically. Both. That's 5 if you go physically. And then if you go emotionally,
You got
that's
the
6.
triple crown. You got the triple
Yeah.
crown, bro.
I mean, this guy's a goddamn 6-point threat.
Every which way. I'll beat a bitch every which way. So listen, my point is, if you want to not like Ian, right? Like you got to either like
Who
like
doesn't like Ian? Is that? Did we get a comment that somebody didn't like Ian?
like Pistol Pete said Ian made fun of retarded kids. You not remember we've talked about this?
Oh,
before?
right, right. Okay, we're still back on. Okay.
So, yeah. So if you're not gonna like Ian, don't like him for a good reason. You know, a legit reason. Don't.
Yeah, just save
don't
the
tell me
Ian
about it.
show.
Yeah, come on, Pete. You know you're a family with the Wig Dogs, but we can't hate a man just for a fucking joke, even if whether you think it was good or not good or whatever. So, all right.
I mean,
so
at the end of the day, we all know why God made everybody, dude. We are as God made us. At the end of the day, am I right or wrong? It's in the Bible.
Here's the deal, guys. Early this week, I tried making lazy morning sideways love to my wife, and 5 minutes into it, we were just scissoring.
Why do I relate so much to that, dude? Last night we were having me and the wife came in, and I was like, oh man, she really, she was like built up, ready to go, and I was so comfortable with just listening to Art Bell from 1994 and the Montauk situation. But yeah,
mysteries and shit.
Now my right leg's been going numb, Cliff, and my dick goes soft at about 62%. Right? That's my situation.
Yeah, and if you're not working with a good dick, you can't lose much. That's the problem.
It sucks, dude.
I have a decent dick, but if
very conscious of my small dick last night. Very conscious. That I thought that. I went, if it was a little bit more, I could just drag it in and out and just keep it stuffed in there.
Do you still prep the oven? Do you still prep the oven, even though you've been with your wife for a long time?
What do you mean, prep the dick?
No,
of course. Yeah, there's always a lot of there's foreplay. My wife would call it abuse. She would definitely call it abuse. She'd be like, it's always there's always a bunch of like, that's too far, that's too much. You know what I mean? It's always there's like that going on. Right. Because I get carried away.
I agree, Bex. Art Bell is the man. I grew up listening to that shit.
Come on, man. Art Bell, dude. Been listening to the fucking Hogue Dog last night. What was it? Al Balik. Last night. I'm gonna fucking get high as shit and listen to him tonight. I can't.
Oh, no.
I can't say enough.
The defluffing is another thing. I'm talking about preheating the oven. And when I say preheating the oven, I mean
rubbing of the puss, little bit. Little rubbing, little kisses, licks, whatever, licking, skin.
Two in the stink, one in the stink.
Of course, obviously, dude. Little butt, little puss, little this, little that. You're already down. You're already down there, bro.
With these two, in the bottom end.
Yeah.
Those two bottom end, these two top end, and then lick the doorbell.
I'm more of a fan of fingering. Fingering, my go-to is like fingering, and then like while I'm getting my dick sucked is might be the best thing of all time. But then you kind of have to give penetration, which I'm kind of like overlooking in my older days. I'm like, do I really even need this? Like, the dick suction is great.
Dick sucking is great.
It's the best,
actually,
dude.
I was.
You don't have to get up either.
When I was in my back. Yeah, no, I agree. When I was in my like when I was chasing heavy, I definitely. Well, I also preferred head because it was a little less dangerous too. Because we fucked around in the era when there was still like AIDS was still kind of popping, so we had to be a little more nowadays. Like, is there anything like AIDS now? Nothing.
Well,
right?
the guy the other day told me
is always the worst because you keep it forever.
That's what the guy the other day I was riding with this vet e-bike guy, and he's like 70 and he had herpes, bro.
Yeah.
And he goes, and I took a drink after. I took a drink. I didn't have water and I forgot. And this guy showed me where he was homeless for like 3 years. He lived in the middle of the fucking desert, bro. I mean, and he drove me out there on the e-bike. Like 20 miles it took to get there. Or 10 miles. It's 10 miles out in the desert. He lived in a goddamn juniper tree, Cliff. You know what a juniper tree is? It's not a fun tree. It's not the most super shady tree. And I was like, he
It's,
lived
like,
out there
very
with like
goody.
3 dogs. He lived out there with 3 dogs. He told me the story of some person that had a house gave him a dog. That dog got ate by coyotes because it didn't listen. All right, he's telling me the story. It's probably 90 something that day, and I go, I don't know how you stayed out here, like how? And he goes like this, dog. He didn't break a sweat. He goes, meth, Dusty, meth.
And how old was he?
Probably 70. Like my man's about. That was like he was telling me it was like 10 years ago or whatever. He was out there.
Can you eat juniper berries? Because now I'm curious about that.
That's not it. That's it right there. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I don't know. He didn't say he ate them. He had like a fucking.
I wonder if you could eat them shits. Because if you could eat them shits, bro, that's a great tree to sleep in, right? You got fucking your protein source right up in the tree.
He like it was way. It had more more shade than that, but it wasn't much. But he like cut it out the middle part. He like cut off branches to like hang ropes, and it had like they were still there. He was so far out that the ropes in these trees were still there from 10 years ago, from him living in the fucking tree. It was madness, bro. And he fucking texts me every day, and he's like, "Dog, you want to go ride an e-bike?" But he never shuts the fuck up. And I don't like people that talk like all the time. It like does get on my nerves eventually, especially when I'm exercising. And he ain't right. He ain't even exercising. He's just riding his goddamn e-bike using electricity. That's fucking cheating.
Wouldn't you say you're somewhat of a guy who talks all the time?
Sure, it's probably like with a double-edged sword and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I know I am. Like, so I'm not like, shitting on you for also being
yeah,
that.
But like at certain times it's like too much. It's like you
especially
like
if you're not
it.
saying anything good.
Right.
That's
if you're not saying anything good and the other person isn't saying anything, it's kind of like it's fine to shut the fuck up, dude.
I've learned that. I have learned that being a person who don't shut the fuck up. I have finally, in like probably like around mid-30s, learned that. Like, it's okay. Yeah. Silence is okay.
It's fine.
Sometimes.
It's great.
It's okay. Right.
It's the best.
I used to be so bad with that shit that even if I was sitting in the house, right, on a couch with like a friend, I felt like I could not. Like, we have to talk, bro. It's weird.
No, that's too
I always
much.
thought that when I was younger.
You
know what I mean?
It's
like,
it's
weird
too much, bro.
You know,
it's too much. And then there's people that do this shit. There's people that do this that like you're sitting there watching. First of all, if we're watching TV, there's a certain time where like if it's not a fight or engaging for watching something, it's like there's no need to talk, bro. Like,
I've got to that point. So here's my question.
It's annoying.
The guy that lives in a juniper tree that has herpes, what led us here was,
we're talking about Ron. We're talking about Ron.
I think herpes is by far the worst STD at this point, right? Because now
I would agree.
AIDS is so treatable. Like, because AIDS was the boogeyman when we were growing up.
That's what he said. He said that they thought he had AIDS. That's what they told him. That's what Ron said. Ron said they thought I had AIDS and sent me to like what's the word for like infectious disease control? They like sent him to like a CDC? They sent him there because he was having all the symptoms of AIDS.
In what year? So this must have been like 80s.
Yeah, this is like the 80s, bro. And he's
this motherfucker had like the first almost AIDS, but it turned out to be herpes.
He's 70, dog.
Wow.
He's fucking out there. And the guy was like, and I was like, and first of all, he goes, I got my dick sucked for the first time, any contact in 10 years behind a fucking Ross Dress for Less the other day. He told me, and I go, the first thing I thought was, did you tell her that you have herpes? Because he didn't tell her. And then I forgot and drank after him, bro. And
then you got head. Holy shit. Now I know why you're so nervous. And then you got head.
Yeah.
From the same girl he got head from. So now you're worried.
No, that's not true. But I did say
I was you were so
no, I was fucking dog. I was worried. I was like, as soon as I drank after him, I just drank after you. I told him, I said, I looked over, I was like, I go, man, are you taking Valtrex? That's all I know is Valtrex. That's like one of those drugs.
That's
for
like the only herpes word association word that you knew. It's like if you give someone one word, then they say another word.
I can't hold it anymore, dog. Oh.
Bro, you're on such a delay. Audio-wise, you left fucking 20 seconds ago. Hilarious. So you know what we'll do? Because we were supposed to go through this anyway. And because Dust makes us decide that. So, okay. Now, because that's why we do this second version of the show.
What's going on?
Tracking. Another scene. Toxic Avenger. Look at this fruity shit. You gotta respect it. Whatever director had the audacity to put something this this gay in like 84, what would we just get done talking about? We just talked about Dust's friend, who it turns out that he had herpes, but got sent to the CDC in the mid 80s. You know what I mean? Like that age shit and the way they talked about it and approached it, they were sending people to the CDC because he had herpes and they thought he might have AIDS. So anybody who's gangster enough to put something this gay.
Hey, guys. Okay, guys.
Look at this. I was just saying, you got to have audacity in 1984 to put something this gay in a movie, no?
Yeah, Lloyd Kaufman, though, man. Come on. Lloyd Kaufman was the man, dude. That's what I'm wondering. Is this related? Did Lloyd Kaufman? Yeah, this is why. Look at the girl. Look at the girl spread legs for no reason.
Right. Just
Not even a. There's no leg equipment, and she just got her gap. Like, check it out, boys.
That bitch goes like this, and her legs just. I'm just looking whole wide open shit. Fuck out of here, bro. All right. So this is the kill.
If you're those two guys, though, you're like, hell yeah, dude. Like, you two ugly motherfuckers go smash. Like, nobody's fucking these two fucks. Look at them birth control glasses. God damn.
The 80s, bro. Them dudes were fucking Jeffrey Dahmer without Dahmer in.
That's Jeffrey Dahmer. That's Jeffrey Dahmer.
That is Jeffrey Dahmer.
This is who Jeffrey Dahmer. Oh no, Jeffrey Dahmer was stuffing black guys. He only like. I mean, was Jeffrey Dahmer the first black serial killer guy? Was he the first guy that was like, I'm only killing blacks? Because he only killed black guys, right?
No.
I think so. Yeah, I think he did. I'm positive.
Trust me, no.
Have you read his book?
That's urban legend shit. It's mostly there was like a Filipino, there was one white.
Well, I mean,
it wasn't all black.
We're pulling hairs now. We're pulling hairs now.
Well, are we picking hairs or are we pulling hairs?
Well, we're pulling curly cues.
Are we picking?
We're pulling curly cue black hairs. I mean, honestly, if we're really being truthful.
Let's go to the kill count. That's the kid you were talking about, right? He's on a bike. Bro, cracking up. Bro, one thing I will say about this movie too, bro, they made these villains like the worst
yes
ever, bro. Like, so you didn't feel bad at all, no matter what kind of crazy shit the Toxic Avenger did. You were like, yeah,
he's punching through bodies. He's putting mops through people's chests, and you're like, fucking yeah, let's go.
Bro,
like
he ran over this kid and then back over his head.
Matched it, bro. That shit was crazy when I was a kid. When I seen that, I was like, holy shit.
Bro, she was traumatizing. Right? You know, I watched this when I was like 4 or 5. That is ridiculous, dog.
Yeah. So good, bro. Like, look at this. Look at this. In the fast food joint. This is a great scene.
Shout out my brother Hipstar. I know you mentioned Easy CDs and Hipstar.
Hip dog in the house.
My man.
That does look like Hip dog.
Fucking dog, son. We're putting shotgun shells into Pomeranians in this fucking movie, bro.
Got the milkshake fucking thing going?
What the milkshake shit? I remember this shit.
Come on.
Come on, dog. And then he says chocolate milkshake after that. Here we go. That's one of my favorite
deep fried
scenes ever.
fingers.
That's one of my favorite scenes ever in any movie ever. That's some gangster shit right there, bro. And that's
Guy's got no arms.
Right. Ripped his arm off. Now he's about to put him in the fucking pizza oven.
And you know what I love about it? You know that he gets guys to work for free too. You're aware of it, of his movie tactics?
Ooh,
all these actors, Lloyd Kaufman, all Trauma Films, that's his company. He gets everybody to, most of them to work for free.
Oh, he gets like upcoming talent type shit at the
that
time,
or
right?
just fans. These are all fans.
Yeah. Well, this is the
They're
first
fans.
one. How many did he like? What other like? How many movies did he make? Because you would know better than me. Prior to Toxic Avenger, how many movies did he make, or is this the movie that got him the credibility to do that?
No, he was making them. He was making them prior. I think he started in late 70s.
Okay.
I don't know if Nuke 'Em High came before this.
Okay.
I'm not sure. There was a movie called Nuke 'Em High. It was like a toxic waste. It was another toxic waste place that like.
This motherfucker's obsessed with fucking.
Oh, it's great, bro. Like he made some like a lot of them are like they're very trash, but they're fun. Like if you're smoking weed when you're a teenager, like they were all great. Oh, he made Surf Nazis Must Die. No, that was another.
Surf Nazis Must Die.
Yeah,
all right, let's watch a little more of the skills,
yeah.
And then we'll look at his IMDb real quick just to see what he got. You know what? And I did want to maybe touch on that too. Yes, Mitch McConnell froze again. We're gonna check that in a minute too, maybe before we go. I mean, I'm good. I'm ready to rock, but whenever you're ready. All right, so go. Oh shit, dog!
Fuck!
Stop playing with me, bro. Ain't nothing like the 80s, bro.
Half a face.
Half a face, animatronic.
I mean,
weight strapping on face death. Come on, dog.
Good screams. Hot chicks. A lot of hot chicks, dude. No shortage.
The acting in between was terrible, but all the other stuff was good.
I mean, it's very entertaining, though. At the end of the day,
Oh,
if you know what it is, it's just entertainment, and you're like, all right, you know what you're getting into.
well, especially now, right? Like as you get older, you go back to these movies and you just watch them for what they are. You know what I mean? Like it's like it is what that is. But at the time, I wonder what it was. Like I think at the time, this movie just legit fucked me up. Like, I remember watching this movie. From watching it now, resonating from when I was a guy. Like, bro, you know how bad of a dad you have to be to let your kid watch this fucking movie at 5, bro? At 4?
That's kind of wild. Yeah, 5. No, I think I'd seen it. I was a teenager already when I saw it. I was like maybe 12 or 13. Yeah.
I remember seeing it very young, bro.
Yeah, I was 12 or 13, bro. Like this one and Street Crash, there was a movie called.
Yeah.
That was wild. That looks like Jerry Seinfeld from the front, actually. A wild Jerry Seinfeld.
That was his first. I thought he looks like Greg Brady, the main enemy. He looks like one of the Brady Bunch motherfuckers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Greg, exactly, actually.
I mean, this guy's great, man, for what it's worth, dude, making, like, low budget. I bet this movie costs, I bet it costs $20,000 to make this movie.
I was about to say, how much? Toxic, Avenger... Let's see. Wow, way more than you think.
$100,000?
And way more than I would think too. Even more than that, bro.
$250,000.
$500,000.
Huh? Okay.
This movie costs $500,000, bro. It makes sense though, like when you watch it and you think about all the practical effects and the cars. You know.
What is it? A fucking Yugo? I ain't seen a Yugo since this movie.
Right. Jesus Christ, bro. So let's see. Let's see. Like, what he had.
Oh, a midget! Look at he's sticking a midget in the dryer.
Did I just miss a fucking midget, bro?
He's jamming a midget in the dryer. I don't know.
Pass this, right?
Yeah. After the Yugo goes off the cliff.
All right.
And right after this, I think. Wait, is this it? No.
Was that another Yugo?
Good point.
Like 5 Yugo.
They keep using the same Yugo too. They'll do that shit. Oh, here we go.
Right. Now let's see. Let's see the little person shit. Got here. Come on, motherfucker. I don't want to fast forward.
Good.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Sticking old fucking, what's his name? Finkel? What's his name? Gary. What's his name? Gary Finkel? What's his name? What's the midget's name? The midget's name is going to be playing the fucking.
Oh, Peter Dinklage?
Yeah, that's Peter Dinklage's fucking mom, dude. He's trying to do a rebate.
Yeah, that's Margaret Dinklage. Margaret Dinklage got put into the fucking dryer. And then my man's going to be tapping his feet right here, too. You keep that shit?
That fat guy's in like every one of these movies, dude. He's in like 50 movies at Troma.
more than one Toxic Avenger though? No, right? He dies in every one, obviously. Right. Motherfucker just took out his whole large intestine and shit.
You're talking about there's like 7 Toxic Avengers.
I know. But if we're being honest, only the first 1 or 2 were really.
The devil one is good, dude. I think it's Citizen Toxie is good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I
about
think
that
it's
one.
5 or 6.
Okay. I'm not sure if
You know the movie I hate. The movie I hate that he made that a lot of people like is that fucking Sergeant Kabuki, where it's like a cop that gets, I don't know how he turns into like a fucking geisha. It's gay as shit.
Let's
And
check.
I
my
hate
man
it,
out.
bro.
Let's check.
They
my
love
man
it
out.
though. I like Toxic Avenger though.
Let's see what got him popping. Let's see if Toxic Avenger was like
I think,
one of the ones that really got him there.
I know
or
he
if-
helped. He helped the 2 guys that made South
Oh,
Park.
look at this guy, bro. Look at this guy.
Yeah,
bro.
he's made 100. He's made 100 movies, bro. He's made 100,
It's kind of outrageous, actually.
and most of them are terrible, very terrible, unwatchable.
So 71 was his first movie ever.
You see Rocky on there?
Oh, but this ain't writing though yet. Hold on, we got to go to writing. This is probably everything, right? So we want specifically, what do we want? Writer or
Go
director?
to Trauma. Is that Trauma movies you clicked on?
Yeah, it
Go
doesn't
to
matter.
like
We
Trauma
want-
movies Wikipedia.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing we're not gonna do right now. But let's go to director and see what the first one he directed was, because that'll really tell us. So 69. What's the first one you recognize out of
Let me
these?
see. Hold on, slow down.
You-
Toxic
Right,
Avenger, yeah. Toxic Avenger. Then you got Class of Nukem High.
Okay, so
Those-
that's first.
those-
Okay,
Those a Trauma War. Yeah, those
Okay.
with Sergeant Kabuki.
okay.
Yeah, there you go. And he made the
So
cartoon. There was a cartoon Toxic Crusaders. Bro.
I
You remember that?
I remember absolutely. Yeah, I think Toxic
I
Avenger.
had,
was
I
the
had
first.
action figures, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if I had action figures, but it was definitely a like made a big. I didn't watch all the other ones though. Like I think I watched like maybe 1 or 2, and I don't think I went past that. I think I just like
Yeah.
liked those for what they were, and I don't think I really went when you know.
Yeah, I was a little older, man. So it got me. It got me in the craze of like the radioactive shit.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
It got me in that New Jersey. It was all New Jersey. It was always New Jersey. Everything was New Jersey with the radioactive waste, toxic waste meltdown shit in the 80s.
Yeah, and I'm definitely into all that. And speaking of that toxic waste shit in the 80s, and listen, every scientist in existence, including fucking Oliver Stone, who was talking about it on fucking Rogan, claims that most radioactive chemicals do not last in water, and most of them dissipate and break down as long as you only
Is that what he said?
introduce
Okay.
certain
I
books
didn't
to
hear
the
that.
water. Yeah, because Oliver Stone was on Rogan not too long ago, talking like nuclear energy. Like that's the new documentary he made, was about nuclear energy and how people need to be less scared of it because it's easy ways to clean it out. So anyway, and he mentioned the water thing. So that Fukushima shit, that went down in Japan,
Okay.
they just recently started dumping.
Oh yeah,
bro,
I saw that.
the water. Yeah, supposedly it's
Yeah.
cleaned out. And I'm like, damn, I'm like, and think about the irony of it too, though. Like, what's the irony, or maybe not the irony, of all those Godzilla movies literally being filmed and from that region, and now you're dumping toxic fucking waste, you know what I mean? Radioactive shit into the actual waters.
Well, I mean,
that
we're
burnt.
radioactive. All those motherfuckers when we nuked them, dude. Did they show anything of like what happened? We nuked them, or we didn't nuke them. We atom bombed them, right?
Yeah.
So there's no like Japanese people walking around with superpowers. That shit is that's false, right?
well,
you
that's
don't
where
get
the samurais
superpowers,
came
right?
from.
So there's no
Yeah.
like we didn't create a real Godzilla, right? That's
No,
all
that's where
fake.
that's where the samurais came from. There's
The
an old
samurais
myth,
is because of that.
yeah, there's an old myth. I don't know if it's true, that when Hiroshima and Nagasaki happened, that Japanese people, and the reason we actually bombed them was because they figured out time manipulation technology then. So they knew we were coming, we dropped the pamphlets, we said we're coming with the bombs, blah, blah, blah. And then they got hit with the bombs just a little bit. and then they left and went back to the samurai times, and then they actually had powers, and that's how the samurais actually had like the special abilities and everything like that. There's actually, I don't know if it's true.
That makes sense.
But it's like,
no, it makes
like
a ton of sense, dude. I think that's actually on the Wikipedia page for samurai if you type it in.
I'm pretty sure if you look it up. But so peep game on this real quick. I didn't watch this yet. Let's see if this is another freeze from our boy Mitch. See if we got any. He definitely does look like an old fucking white woman. All right, let's check it out. We got another freeze.
For re-election in 2026.
My.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
This is what we're doing.
Fucking.
This is what we're doing.
God.
Sorry, y'all. We're gonna need a minute.
Sorry, we're gonna need a minute. You're gonna need the rest of his life. Why don't you go put him in a goddamn home? The fuck are you doing? Does he have loved ones? Where the fuck is his loved ones at?
What are we doing? Bro,
I don't know, man. I think I just shit my pants. Come on, man.
No.
Embarrassing.
Bro, like, shouldn't you immediately be removed from office if something like this happens? Like, shouldn't you literally immediately, like you should call a fucking emergency fucking meeting, and you should be immediately removed from your position in office at that point, right there. And I believe Biden hasn't done this quite as much, but Biden's right in the same pocket.
All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're gonna need a minute.
You're gonna need the rest of
But
his
we're
fucking
talking.
life. I
Let's see
understand
how
that.
long.
It's embarrassing as fuck.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I was
It's
diagnosed
kind of
wanna see how
sad.
atheist.
That shit's sad.
ABC News Live.
I want to check. I want to
Josh,
check
the
like the amount of time.
Running
Let's
for
see.
re-election in 2026.
3 seconds. So for 3 seconds, let's see where this ends. Where there's literally zero response.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for
Still zero
re-election in
response.
2026?
That don't count. Zero response. Go up to
All right,
17
I'm sorry, you all.
seconds.
We're gonna need a minute.
20,
Penny.
25. We're at 27 seconds. Bro, this is insane, bro. This is worse than the first one. This shit is worse than the first time. He still hasn't said shit.
Anybody else
Jesus.
have a question? Please speak up.
Speak up, bitch. The
Jesus
fuck you
Christ,
think?
man.
You hear that dumb shit too? Speak up. You can have 25 megaphones an inch away from his face. Speaking up ain't doing shit.
This is why we're kind of different than like kings and nobles and czars and shit. But then we have these old motherfuckers like this. It's like,
But are we?
why?
Right? But are we?
It's like a game. It's like a made up fucking game that we play where they're not like. Why would anybody? Doesn't this guy still have to get voted in? He still has to get voted in, right? Does he not?
Well, want to hear the crazy shit? Bro, that's the question. The question was, are you going to run for re-election in 2026? So that means
They
he
asked
still
him
had
that?
3 years.
Thank you, babe. Oh,
What you just witnessed us right here with your eyes, right? He still has 3 years left before he even has to try to re-up. Can you answer what I'm
3
saying
more
first?
years? He'll be dead before
Yeah.
that.
I don't think so. That's the problem. The cognitive decline will happen, but the health will hold up. And that's the scary shit with a Biden and a McConnell and people like this, because their health is fine, but it's the mental shit, you know? What do you got?
What's that even mean? I don't know what that means.
You don't know what means. You think I can see that now? You disappeared too, you fucking idiot.
Nope.
I can almost see it.
It's like a,
What is
it's
that?
like
Is that-
a goat. I don't know. What's
That's
the
devil
devil reading
shit?
the news?
Bro, what is you?
Devil.
What you girls giving you some fucking Jeffrey Epstein fucking
I don't know.
fucking
I like this one
literature.
though. Let's say John Wayne. Oh, John Wayne.
Is that John Wayne? I can't see. That's the problem here. Let me see.
Well,
me see
maybe
John
if I
Wayne.
maybe if I wasn't moving at a snail's pace.
Okay, there you go. I like the John Wayne joint. I can't see the other one
Oh.
too good. That should look a little demonic.
Yeah, it does.
That second one look a little fucking little Clinton-y, you know. But
Oh, I can put it
I mean,
next
bro,
to
this is-
my Epstein pictures.
right, she blamed them. This bit, can you please speak up? And bro, this is the scary shit with the Biden situation too, bro. It's like his health seems fine, and that's what's scary, right? So
that?
as long as
she said that,
well, I'm saying
who said that?
Mitch McConnell doesn't have any like health related issues.
Well, maybe not,
Joe
but
Biden-
like obviously he's not built to fucking check boxes on fucking
right,
politics.
right. But this is what I'm getting at
God
here,
damn.
bro. If their health holds up, right, their actual like heart beating, cardiovascular, regular health, right, holds up, they're gonna keep making an argument for keeping these people in, even though their cognitive shit is clearly done with. You know, 3 years, bro. Man got
Yeah.
3 years left.
And it still continues, my friend.
I think Dust is at the point where he's drunk enough where we might have to end it. What do you think, Dust?
Hell yeah, let's go. Love you guys.
I could tell when Dust is pretty much like at the like he gets to the point where he gets so drunk that he can't stop thinking about the food he's gonna eat when the
I'm
podcast
so
ends.
hungry, dude. I'm so.
Am I hitting the nail on the head?
I'm
Am
hoping
I
I
hitting
gotta
the
get
nail
it
on the head?
out. I gotta get an In-N-Out burger or something. Dude.
If I don't know your stupid ass by now.
I'm fucking
All right.
hungry as shit.
So anyway,
You ready to eat?
love y'all.
I'm hungry.
Appreciate
Love you guys.
the two that are left. Appreciate the little 30, 50, 100 that tuned in. We'll be back next week.
Appreciate you guys.
Any input for the show, please never hesitate to share it. If you think we have a great show, let us know. If you
Discord.
think we had a shitty show, let us know. All feedback is appreciated, and we appreciate you all very much, and we appreciate the support.
Listen,
and anything that can help.
Stored Ballers.
Store
I don't know,
bowlers.
Spotify. I think it's on Spotify.
I think it's on Spotify. I'm gonna start doing more of my other shit too. I got to get back on the solo game a little bit more too. RTST, real talk, shit talk. That's gonna be where I, talk my shit sometimes, and sometimes I get into my philosophical focus bullshit too.
Get philosophical,
But-
man. Come on.
Love y'all. We appreciate
guys.
y'all. Always remember.
Don't be a cunt. Don't be a cunt. Hey, don't be a cunt.